This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey, this is Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, and it's the last show of the year for Movie Reviews and More, but continuing it on. So I'm going to jump right into everything. So from Houston, Texas, Rachel Roberts Recipes. From Nashville, Tennessee, the one and only Howard Dapper Wiggins. From Nonstop Marie, Terry Marie from Redondo Beach, California. Terry Marie.
Hello.
And guest
Hello.
tonight, Steve Bernstein. And Mary, a.k.a. Pterodactyl from San Antonio, Texas. All right, so we got to start off with this. Al, we got to start with you because you're the youngest. We got to talk about Balance 7 and you being an interviewer and your creations because you got to go on a lot of great stuff. And welcome to Movie Reviews and More. You're the oldest person, but the youngest experiencing it. All right, Al, let's talk about your history. How did everything come about?
Whole group of you. How can I?
Surprise.
What kind of questions would you like to ask about it, my product?
Rachel's going to ask the very first one. Go ahead, Rachel.
All right. Balance 7. I love my Balance 7. I've been using it now for, I guess, 3 months. You know what? I'm really, really happy that my child right now with the RSV, flu, and the strep, and everybody's getting sick and COVID.
We lost the sound.
Lost your sound, sweetie.
Anyway, this stuff is keep. Yeah, can you hear it, Terry? Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. I'll add something after you're done.
Okay, good. Okay, Balance 7 is keeping my child, like my son had a sore throat and he gargled with the Balance 7 for 2 days. It's gone. So, my friend's husband got COVID and we all hung out together. And so she and I upped our Balance 7 and we have been feeling perfectly fine. I love my Balance 7. I have more energy than I've ever had. I used to take naps during the day, and now I don't take my naps anymore. I wake up every day. I take my Balance 7. And right now, like I said, with everybody kind of getting funky and sick, we are upping it to 4 times a day. So I'm really happy with my Balance 7. I talk about it every single day. Thank you, Al.
Would you like to know why it does all of that?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I can add something about the Balance 7 too. I'm a fitness competitor. I'm training to get on stage again this year. And so my whole thing is about eating clean. I'm trying to detox my body of any toxins because toxins actually make you hold on to fat. So it's helping with my performance in working out. I'm trying to just get all the chemicals and everything out of my body just to eat as clean as possible. I've also been using the probiotics and the minerals and the greens. I've been competing since 2014. And one of the things that all my coaches have always told me is, you got to have your greens, you got to alkaline your body. And that's the best way to have the fat loss and to build muscle. So I'm been really happy with the product myself.
It does so much more than that. What it does for your body is quite remarkable. In everybody's case, as we get older, our immune system becomes compromised, and compromised by acid in the body. All the foods we take, alcohol, even the when we go to the farm and they just fumigated their land, all these poisons are taken into your body and they accumulate, and eventually your body can't do anything about it. So the acid produces a lot of diseases. Balance 7 is a very high pH. When you drink Balance 7, it literally awakens the immune system up so that it can fight for you if you get sick. A pH of 11 is unheard of to drink. I had a professor tell me I'm a damn liar. Nobody can drink a pH of 11. It's been buffered so that it's absolutely safe. In my case, I know it saved my life at least 3 times. I had open heart surgery. I had stage 4 cancer. The doctor told me to go home and die, and I didn't want to do that. And I was attacked by 3 viruses, and Dr. Nooristani, who's my partner now, he couldn't believe what it did. My wife brought me Balance 7 in 3 days' time. I was out of intensive care and home with my wife on the 4th day. And the doctor was so intrigued. He looked at my medical records and he couldn't believe what he saw. He became my partner. There's no such thing as a free ride. When you hurt your body with what you're living, the drugs you take, the living standards, the food you take, you eventually have to pay for it. And this is a way to overcome your payments. This will actually clean your body of the acidosis, which is the culprit. No bacteria, virus, or cancer can live in your body if you're alkaline.
I have a question. Does it get rid of the heavy metals that we get from our food and just the toxins in the environment? And I mean, they're all around us, the toxic heavy metals.
It didn't come across quite clear.
Basically, just our environment has a lot of like heavy metals, just toxic stuff in the environment that we get through our skin or just breathing. It helps detox your system from that too. I've heard before by pH, your body being pH.
If you want to detox and using Balance 7, if you'll drink 2 ounces 3 times a day for 3 days, on the 4th day, your body is going to expel all the poisons you built up in your body over the years. And I say expel. In my case, I got pimples all over my body. Some people feel like they got the flu. Some people feel like they feel terrible for 1 or 2 days, and then after that, you feel like your body's renewed. It's really a powerful tool for detoxing.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Can you tell me what's in it?
Sure. It's on the bottle. It's all sodium. It's all materials that has been used in the food industry for many years. I have a letter from the FDA saying I can use this product in any place in the world, in any restaurant. It's absolutely safe. I've sold more than 6 million bottles of it. The label tells you what's in it, and it's such a small amount. There's less than 2% solids in there. It's 98.6% solid water. It's a very powerful. It's all about pH. I developed the means of bringing the pH to such a high level with so small amount of material, and there's no product like it in the world. I have a patent applied for it on it.
Hey, with that, Steve, tell us who you are. Go for it.
Say again, please. I didn't hear that last statement.
Hey, Steve, tell us who you are.
Steve. Oh. What was the question, Brian? I'm sorry.
It's not very clear.
Since you asked the question, tell us who you are. About your
Oh,
book.
the cost? It's less than a half a cup of coffee a day. It's about $1.60 a day. But what it does for you is amazing from the standpoint. It'll reduce your body temperature about 1 degree in 3 months. Now, when you reduce your body temperature, the scientific world says you'll live at least 3 to 5 years longer. Think of how much energy it takes to produce heat over 365 days a year over your entire body. And when you reduce that, your heart rate is better. It's just amazing how much good this material does. Now I'm 92 years of age, and if you look at my face, there's no wrinkles. And the reason there's no wrinkles is because my body is healthy. When your body's healthy, you don't age. Age and sickness go hand in hand. You know, sick people just don't look well, and they look much older than they are. And that's why I'm very proud of the work I've done. If I had a doctorate after my name, I believe that I'd get a Nobel Prize for it. And I'm not saying that idly, because I've seen the 6 million bottles I've sold. I've seen people come to me and thank me for their lives. They were dying. They had no hope. They were told to go home and die. And this Balance 7 helped them to bring them back to life.
All right, Steve, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Yes,
What was that?
I'm going to introduce myself.
Okay.
We have a really bad sound over here. I apologize for that. We've done this before with other stations and didn't have any trouble, but it just seems to be I'm having trouble with this. How about you, Mr. Howard? Mr. Wiggins, how about you? No comments from you?
Yeah, I'm turning 70 in September, and I need your Balance 7. I've seen all the changes in Rachel, and I haven't got mine yet.
Yeah, you haven't got your Balance 7 yet?
No, I haven't.
Well,
And I'm just
send
seeing
us
Rachel
your-
reverse and get more beautiful every day.
Rachel could use
Howard.
the extra energy, I think.
Well, I'm getting fitter, so using it. So
Yeah. When you use it, what was the first when you first take it? What was the taste like?
it's
Oh, it's
a weird
horrible.
taste at first. Yeah.
It's like
What was
salt, kind of like a fishy saltwater taste. But you know
And
what?
what does it taste like now?
It's better because your
Yeah, you
body
get
becomes
used to
more
it.
The reason
alkaline.
it's better is your body's acid it's like a
Yes.
prize fighter. You got acid and you got alkalinity. The two don't get along together and the tastes clash. And as soon as you get rid of the acid, the taste goes away. And if you swish it around in your mouth, your gums and your teeth, when you go to the dentist to have your teeth cleaned, she'll say, when did you just had it done, didn't you? Your teeth will be healthy and clean and your gums are very healthy.
Oh, I need that.
When I drink mine, I gargle and then I swallow.
Yep.
You do? I just take a shot of it.
What
Gargle,
was that?
gargle it, and swallow.
There are so
I
many
take
things
it as
that
a
I
shot. I
can't
like
tell you about.
I take
That
it as
it
a shot
does.
too, Brian.
I would go to jail if I told you about some of the
Well-
really important things that it'll do and what it did for me. My hair has turned brown, and it was totally gray. Now, did you ever hear of a 92-year-old man with brown hair?
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. I gargle it so it keeps your teeth, your breath, right? It improves
You'll
the
never,
smell.
you'll never have
No
bad
more
breath with
smell.
Balance 7. Underarms, you have,
Smell?
you
don't
have no
smell.
odor from your poop won't smell bad.
Yeah, your body.
Your urine doesn't smell bad. Your arms will never smell bad.
No, nothing smells. Yeah,
I've had people
I
call
like
it.
it's incredible.
All right,
It's
Mary,
incredible.
tell us who you are, what you do.
I'm Mary
All right, Mary, go
Brown.
for it.
Say again?
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Mary Brown, and I'm a online digital creator and artist and tarot reader and vice president of the Tarot Guild.
You're breaking up on me. Oh, I'd love to hear from you. You're closer to my age. You're 35. By the way, I used for 12 years I did stand up in Hollywood.
All right.
You guys are all breaking up.
Were you ever on the Sunset Strip?
You're breaking up. It's really hard to understand what's being said.
Breaking up, Mary.
What about
It might
now?
seem
Is
that
it better
Go back to
now?
Mary.
Okay.
Better.
Howard, you look cherry. I'm telling you, you're a cherry on the top. I love the look of you. It's just
Thank
beautiful.
you, sir. Just think what
I
I'd
love
do
the
if I had your product.
You should be on a poster somewhere.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Howard, tell them what you do.
A
Who you
bow
are.
tie?
I'm Howard Wiggins. I'm going to be in Who's Going to Take Care of Me movie. I've got a TV series that I'm not going to mention the star yet, but it's very big, and that's coming through the works. I heard there's another movie called Blood Moon Massacre, where they're going to age me in the movie. They're going to dye my beard and make me look younger, and then later in the movie, I'm going to look older.
If
So I think
anybody
that's
belongs in the movie, it's
fun.
you. You got the persona that's perfect, absolutely perfect.
Thank you, sir. From your voice to God's ears.
I say that every day of the week.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
my dream
Leroy
is,
Wiggins.
you know, money has no glitter for me at this age any longer. My big dream is for this to help as many people. I'm 92. I want to live to see my grandchildren, what my great grandchildren. I want to see how they turn out at my age. So at you guys' age, and when people die, you know, I went to look for an accountant a few years ago, and I called up, and his secretary says he's at his son's funeral. A 20-year-old boy died of cancer.
Yeah.
To this day, that hurts me.
Al, my grandfather
hurts
lived to
me.
be my great grandfather lived to be 103. And I have an uncle that's 89 years old. He's got girlfriends, looks terrific. He's living a life like I'm living. And so he's kind of my go-to for advice as far as aging.
Well, to this day, I still love the ladies. That is my wife, I should say.
You can love your wife and the others too. It's no harm in looking.
You guys will all have to come up and visit me. Where are you at? All at Los Angeles?
Texas.
Brian keeps telling me
Los Angeles.
myself. So if you can you hear me?
Come up, we'll have a party.
First of all, I want to buy a bottle of that stuff.
Not stuff.
Use Rachel 10 as your discount code.
Not water either. Alkaline. Alkaline.
My life
If
of
you send me your address, I'll send you a bottle, complimentary bottle, every one of you.
You got a deal. My life for the past 35 years, I'm 68, has been I'd say for most people's understanding, a vegan life, and I feel it's really helped me through a lot of tough health issues as well as satisfying my spiritual beliefs. That said, I'm told I have a kind of a Cinderella story with respect to, for the most part, having been a plumber all my life, and then I'm 68. So when I was 63, I sat down and started to write because I had a lot of stories, as we all do, up here. And in the process of writing, I joined a writing group, and within a year, I had a book on Amazon, and it's basically, and it went viral almost. It's basically 7 adventure stories growing up in the South Bronx in the 1960s, with several very unique perspectives. Usually, the story revolves around a lot of civil rights issues, a lot of adventure stories in the street, being most often the only white kid.
I was raised in the Bronx.
Yeah, good for you. I could tell. I could see it. So, the Cinderella story part of it is it went crazy on Amazon. I learned what they call algorithm, and then it got many great reviews. And then I got an email from Simon & Schuster subsidiary called Skyhorse that over the email offered me a contract. There's the book, Stories from the Scoop. Al, you know what a scoop is. And I went down in New York City, 36th Street, 11th floor. I don't remember the exact day, but it was the month COVID hit. And gave me the check, gave me the contract. We made a deal, and within 6 months, my book will be in Barnes & Noble, Walmart, whatever. And then COVID hit, and everything got put on a back burner. And so I'm back in touch with them. They had to let go of half their staff, and it's coming out in April now, mainstream. And over the 3 years, 2.5 years that I waited, a lot of people got to me, just like this publisher got to me, and want to know more about if I think I'd be interested in doing a movie with this book. And if you ever read my book, not that I'm plugging it, but if you do read the book, I think you'll see why they're saying that, which is somehow or other, related or not, to being a plumber all my life, because that was the main thing I did. Somehow through my writing, I'm able to bring the person reading right into the moment, into the scene, into the street, into my apartment, and you're right there looking at it with me, feeling it. And I never took a writing course. All my colleagues now in writing circles are MFAs and whatever other acronyms they are. And I'm just so grateful that that time in my life came where I wanted to sit down and write my stories. Not to say that I didn't tell my stories my whole life, mainly to the at-risk teens that I helped counsel, teach, mentor, and eventually I got a couple of educational degrees in my 50s that allowed me to become a special ed teacher, part of an organization, raise money, and support a teen center I built to actually help troubled teens. And so these days I'm writing more stories. There's a second book in the work. And I just stopped plumbing. It was time to stop plumbing. And I feel very excited and optimistic because I really never had the goal of getting mainstream published. I really wasn't my thing, especially after watching and listening to friends who, went to agents and were going crazy and they were up and down and really, determined their quality of life if they were going to get published. I was too old for that. I wasn't going to wait around like they did 20 years to finally get published. So I just put that out of my scope, and then they came knocking on my door. So it's I'm very, very grateful to be able.
Every one of us has a story that we could write. There isn't anybody in this world. And they may not write it well, but we all have good stories.
We all have good stories. You're right. So that's it. I need to balance 7. I love meeting everybody tonight. Such a nice little forum. And I hope to be in touch and see more of you. If that's
Steve, Steve, I'm your generation. So is your book about the changes of racism through the years? Because is that what it's about?
Well, my book is my story, my particular stories growing up from 12 to 17. And through my eyes and ears and experiences, you will see a very historical perspective on racism, civil rights, particularly New York City and the Bronx and the South Bronx. And through those lenses of storytelling, you get a tremendous historical lesson and sadly understand why we are very much in the same places today.
Well, I know exactly where you're coming from, because when I was young, we had a maid and we stopped at an R&B root beer stand, and my mother sent the maid in to get our order and they wouldn't give it to her. So they sent me in to get the order because she was black and they wouldn't give it to her. So I saw the changes happening, and I recall them. And the biggest thing I can say is something that's taught to you. I don't think anybody really has it in them to be racist. It's something that is just followed. And I went through those changes myself. And because I can remember back when I was a child and they started integration, if a black person drank from the water fountain, I wouldn't go after that. Of course, now that's all changed, but it's taught to you. You're just doing what other people around you are doing. You're following the crowd. So
Howard,
nothing like
Howard, you obviously come from a different part of the country than I do, maybe a similar generation. And I'm going to say up north, especially New York City, theoretically the melting pot of the world, it was palpable. But I didn't know it then because I was a kid living the life. I was a kid on the street. I'll be honest with you. I tell people I didn't even know I was white until I was 15 because of how I was brought up. I was brought up by black people because of the craziness and the insanity and the violence in my home.
I was born in Harlem.
So, but you do walk away with a slice of what was going on in that time era from a different place where you were brought up, but nonetheless, a very distinct and similar view of something being really off.
Did you play stoop ball?
Somehow or other, my life took me down these streets of trying to figure that out and right those wrongs that I was presented with. For example, for 35, 40 years, my only kids that I help are minorities. And that's my choice because it's my version of Black Lives Matter. It's my choice because I recognize what this country was built on.
All lives matter. All lives. You know, I sold in Africa 6 million bottles of Balance 7. And we've saved, I estimate we've saved 100,000 people's lives. And we have stories to tell, endless stories about how all lives matter in this world, whether you're black, white, or whatever you are, and whatever age you are, you still want to live. People on the deathbeds in the hospitals will give anything to live. It's the nature of human beings. Life is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I'm watching my mom right now with health issues right now, so it's really hard. She's went in and out of the hospital with congestive heart failure. So yeah, she's got the will to keep going. So I get that.
Well, get us some Balance 7.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some wonderful
You're on
things
some
happen.
Balance 7.
I'm gonna see if we can
Here's
get
some
you.
katsu.
In Africa,
Hey, Mary,
a lot of
I wanna see if
doctors
we can
say
get
they
you in
don't
while
use
we
any
play.
drugs except Balance 7.
All right, Mary, let's see if we can get you in while your connection is there. Talk about how you started with everything.
I started this project in 1956. And my brother brought me some jewelry cleaner. And he asked me, can I duplicate this? And I went to a store and I bought the ingredients of this. And over the next 40, 50 years, I'd put it in the closet, bring it out. God would pinch me. I'm a firm believer that God had his hand in this because I'm not so smart. And over the years, in 1999, I was married to a different lady. And there was a twister on the campground I was going to. I was traveling in the motorhome for 13 years. And I went home, and on Sunday night, there was a broadcast on talking about 2 million people went to the hospital and got a staph infection, and 80,000 people died. That's you and I going in for minor surgery and coming out dead. And I knew I had a product that would stop it. And that Sunday night was the last time I was not in business. I retired for 13 years. At 69, I went back into business to bring this product to the world. And my then wife thought I was becoming senile to go into business at 69 years of age. And she divorced me because she was afraid I'm going to go through the family fortune, which I did. But that's not the point. The point is it works. It does wonderful things for a lot of people, puts smiles on people's faces when they could not possibly smile under any other circumstances. Balance 7 doesn't help or cure anything, but what Balance 7 does, it starts the body's immune system to fight for you. And that's the most important thing, about Balance 7. If you guys would drink it, I guarantee you either one of you play golf? Anybody play golf?
I do.
Well, I guarantee you, after you play golf, your shoulders won't hurt, your legs won't hurt, and the next morning you get out of bed and you jump out of bed.
I use it at the gym because I'm at the gym every day.
You're at the gym?
Yeah, I'm a fitness competitor. I compete in fitness competitions.
It certainly wouldn't hurt you.
Yeah.
All right, Mary, if we can't get you, we're going to go to Rachel. So, Mary, chime in. Go ahead.
All right. Guys, I'm really pleased to have met you all, really. Each one of you have your own personality. And Howard, that some look you have, I can't believe it. You're all very nice looking people, but he got a look about him. He belongs in the movies. There's no doubt about it.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Rachel, go for it.
Hello. Rachel Roberts Recipes from Houston, Texas. Crazy little
Rachel,
chef
do you
here in
see
Houston. I'm 50, Al.
50?
What?
You don't look a day over 25.
50.
And I don't say
I'm
that
older than you, Rachel.
I'm a store of beautiful women.
Well, I'm 55.
I didn't ask you, Terry.
Don't make a face. It's a nice age.
I'm just saying I'm older than you.
You girls are beautiful. For your age, you're
Terry?
unbelievable. Do you got either one of you use smooth skin?
Thank you,
Nice
Al.
smooth skin? Do you use
Thank
it?
you. Every week.
That's a product I want to try. I think
Al,
Rachel's using
that's
it. I
because
want to try that.
My smooth skin is absolutely wonderful. If you put it on the back of your hand and rub it in for about 10, 15 seconds, and then take a look at the difference between two hands, one hand look 10 years younger.
That's what I
Well,
Al, your hands
Terry,
look
did you
very
hear
smooth.
that?
See,
Terry.
Yeah, all over.
Later on,
everywhere.
we're
No, Al.
How does
Al,
your
your
husband
hands
get
are
along
very
with such
smooth.
a sparkling lady? Whoa.
Okay. So Terry is a fitness competitor and she goes to the gym every day. I do not want to go to the gym every day. So I do my katsu. This is my workout. I'm getting my workout right
I believe
now,
it.
Terry. She's laughing, but Terry,
we would
watch.
call you a
I'm
wiggly
gonna I
worm.
do measurements every week, and you're gonna see me getting all ripped. And then who's gonna be laughing? Right, Howard? Yeah, Howard knows. I've been telling
Right.
Howard. Look,
Yeah. I already know.
Mary
You lost
Brown,
an
why
inch in
aren't
your arm,
you
an
into
inch
this
in your
conversation, young lady?
legs.
Why aren't you saying anything to Did we
No,
intimidate
Mary's
you?
talking to
I
you.
hope not.
Eric?
What was that?
Mary.
No, Mary.
Hello, Mary.
Let's try it. Go ahead.
You quiet? No? Yes?
Yes.
I like your hair. It's beautiful.
What?
It's Crowning Glory, it's called. You're breaking up. I'm sorry. I didn't hear a word you just uttered. I'm sorry. It must have been pearls of wisdom.
all right.
Yeah, your sound was breaking up. It's okay.
Rachel, see that these people give me their addresses and I'll send them a gallon of each.
I'll get everybody's
I
address.
want
Everybody
three.
send me your address.
Yeah.
I'm coming over.
If you want three,
I'm just gonna. I need to promote it to my fitness community
I get it
because
really cheap, by the way.
What?
I get the gallon is very cheap. They don't charge me anything.
That's really good.
I put in a very, very modern plant, $750,000 worth of equipment to put in and make this bottle for everybody. By the way,
Awesome.
I have an
All right,
interesting
Rachel,
story
let's see
I
what you
want to
got.
hear. When I was 12 years
Vegan.
old, I was going
Yay!
into junior high. I sent a letter home to my mother saying I was retarded and unteachable. And they sent me into a special school. I went one day and I ran away from home. So I've been on my own since I'm 12 years of age.
Wow. Yeah.
Uh-oh, I lost the picture.
We see you still. Go ahead, Rachel. Go for it.
Al, who fed you, Al?
Just a minute, I lost you.
Okay, so every week I like to cook something. My whole thing is eat clean so you can drink a little dirty. I don't, yeah.
I got you back.
This is not, yeah. Woo! There we
Please,
go, baby.
you guys send me. I lost something's going on. I got pie in the front.
All right, so that's what I made today. Rack of lamb with a Dijon mint sauce. Delicious, baby.
They're showing you this.
Oh.
Yeah, there I am eating. Yeah, rack of lamb. Cooking
Who's the young lady?
Cooking in my tutu. There we
That's
go.
some big eyes.
Balance 7. Woo!
She got good taste in bottles.
I'm a chef.
Wow. Don't do that to an old man. You're going to give me a heart attack.
Everybody use your katsu. K-A-A-T-S-U.
That's your sister?
Katsu. What?
That's your sister?
Yeah. Katsu. Yeah.
All right, Howard. Give us some Southern charm.
Yes,
Give us
sir.
a great story before we go off. A great country story.
Okay, let's see. I was thinking I grew up on the street with a lot of famous people. There was Skeeter Davis, Ralph Emery, Bobby Lloyd. My stepfather raised Brenda Lee. There's Stu Phillips, and all those people lived on my street. And let's see, my dad started the Grand Ole Opry with Eddie Arnold and Minnie Pearl. He had a music store down on Broadway. We had a lot of famous people eat at our house. Andy Griffin was started on the Grand Ole Opry, and he had dinner
I
with
love
us
Andy
before
Griffin.
he
He's
made
quite a man.
No Time
I
for
used to watch
Sergeant.
him and enjoy every moment of him.
He
If
actually
any one of
started
those
off
people
on the Grand Ole
wanted,
Opry.
and I'd be glad to send it to him. You know, what I'm looking for some really high-profile people that we can save. Older people, Andy Griffin. If we can save them, maybe they can become our spokesperson and help sell this product.
Well, I'll be getting older, so maybe I can start.
Yeah, we get over it every day. We're all your spokespeople.
Yeah, absolutely, and it comes faster than you think. So,
Yeah, do me a favor. If you ever get to talk to Andy Griffin, you tell him you have one big fan here. I mean, really a big fan.
I think Andy Griffin's got a lot of big fans. So he's been on TV for a long time.
I'm one of his favorites.
Yeah,
He had everything going in every direction he
then we
wanted to go
knew
in.
Peggy Lee and Perry Como and everybody.
Well, a lot of the old time actors were my favorite. Maybe because I'm old.
My father was playing the steel guitar in the beginning scene of Ray Charles. When he gets on the bus, that's my father playing. Because it's Anytime was the name of the song. It was the #1 hit in the 40s for a long time. So we lose Perry.
What happened to Mary? She leave?
Yep.
The sound was off.
I think I insulted her.
No,
Don't
that's
shake your head. You're embarrassing.
All right, Steve, one last thing. Where can people go out and buy your book?
Where did you say? Where? Right now it's on Amazon. April 4th, I think it'll be all over the world. That's what I'm told.
I hope so for your sake.
It's really amazing to me because April 4th is a very, very big day in my book. It was a very big moment in my book because it's the day that Martin Luther King got murdered. And it was a very poignant piece of my life the moment he was killed. And somehow or other, the publisher just said, the book's coming out April 4th. So it's amazing to
I'll
me.
tell you what, I'll send you a gallon of Balance 7, send me a book.
There you go.
I want to give
That's
you
a
a
great
gift
deal.
now. I want to give you all a gift. And I will post my book with you with your Balance 7. How's that?
That sounds like a plan. You know,
And Steve, you gotta thank Sherry. You gotta Sherry Jacobs and Rachel. That's Rachel's friend.
Okay.
Brian, what is
You gotta
your
thank Sherry Jacobs.
what are you famous for? How
Having people like you on the show, Dr. Nooristani.
Oh, you met
Dr.
Dr.
Nooristani.
He's quite a man. He's
Quite a man.
the most giving man I've ever known.
Yes.
You know, he started free clinics for
Talk
people.
about the relationship with you two.
What was that?
Talk about that relationship, how it came about.
It came about because I was in the hospital when 3 viruses attacked me. I was in intensive care, and he became my attending physician. And he didn't think I was going to make it. He gave me a 2% chance of surviving. My heart rate was going 50 to 180 beats a minute. I couldn't control it. My wife brought me Balance 7. She told the nurses, because they didn't want to let her bring it in, that it was holy water. Bless my priest. So she brought it in. I drank it for 3 days. I drank 6-7 ounces a day. On the 4th day, I was sent home. My heart rate was normal. My body was rid of the viruses. He was so impressed with it, he became my partner.
Wow.
Incredible, right?
Absolutely.
It's when a
Now
doctor
we'll give you a website for
with
it.
tattoo becomes my partner because he believes in the product, that's quite a recommendation in itself.
Yeah.
It's Howard Wiggins Facebook. I have 3 Facebooks. Howard Wiggins Interior Design, which I haven't given up. I don't want to, but I don't do much on it. Howard Wiggins Actor. I should be doing that one. But because I've had Howard Wiggins Facebook for over 10 years, that's the one I want you to follow.
Terry.
Terry Marie Nonstop on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and then on Facebook. And then also my website is terrymariafisher.com, where you can see my celebrity hosting interviews and fitness modeling, and also my artwork for my NFTs is on OpenSea under under Nonstop Conspiracy Farm, which is my artwork, which I'll talk about next time.
Rachel, followed by Steve.
Rachel Robert Recipes. Every morning, you guys can turn on your computers and watch me do coffee talk. I have a little morning show where I talk about nothing. So come and join me. You know, you're likely to put a smile on your face and have a good time and get a laugh somewhere or another. I love Dr. Nooristani. These are his creams. I have gone 4 months now, no Botox. So that's pretty amazing. He told me that this stuff would work that good, and I did not believe him. I love Dr. Nooristani. I agree. He is the most giving, wonderful, generous man in the world. And he calls me, and
Dr. Nooristani.
you can hear, you can hear the people coming in saying, there's somebody in room 212 that needs assistance, and he's like, hold on. So, I mean, he's in a hospital working, and then he's calling me, and I'm like, I got this little wrinkle right around here, but if I spray the balance 7 on it, will it? Like, he gives everyone his attention and time. I love this man. All products, I am now using my vitamins, everything. My balance 7. I love it. And my this is my work. My coffee.
All right, Steve, go for it, quick.
Mary's laughing. She's like, what am I looking at?
All right, Steve, go for it, quick.
I got a quick question. Rachel, what are those things on your arms?
Oh,
those
that's my
muscles?
Katsu. K-A-A-T. Yeah, T-S-U. They're bands, and it's moving all of my blood to all the capillaries, like where there's wrinkles, where there's to all different regions. It's helping my muscles. It's improving my body. It's raising my nitric oxide levels, because that goes down as we get old. And so it's raising that, and it's keeping me from getting sick. So it ties in with all of my good products that I'm using now with the Balance 7, with my vitamins that I get from Dr. Nooristani.
All right.
And yeah,
whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You look good. So Steve Bernstein,
Thank you.
author, www.stevebernsteinauthor.com. You'll get to see excerpts from my book. You'll get to see some story slams that I did. You'll get to see new stories that I wrote, and just a bunch of cool pictures, and a way to get in touch with me if you'd like. That's it.
Al, you get the last word. How can the audience reach out to you?
Balance7.com is the easiest way. It's
All right. And with that, be sure that everybody gets
Number
their
7.
Balance 7.
the number 7.
And gotta wish everybody an early Happy New Year. And thank everybody for being around. We had a really good year. And thank everybody for being on the show. And again, have a good night tonight, a better day tomorrow. If you see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours, because the world needs it. I'm Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More. And we will see you next week.
Oh.